What's up, Fackers? We are back with our Fantasy and Chill 101, our top 101 players for the 2020 fantasy football season. Coming in at number 100 overall, we have tight end Jared Cook of the New Orleans Saints. He is our number 9 tight end for this season. Last year, he finished as tight end number 7. His stats last year were 43 catches, 705 yards, 9 touchdowns on 65 targets. He put up 148 fantasy points, which came out to an average of 10.6 points per game. All right, so pretty productive year last year for Jared Cook. That's actually 2 productive years in a row. If you remember the year before, he was with the Oakland Raiders. He had a good year there. Now, I have a couple of concerns here, just to kind of start off with Jared Cook. The reason why maybe he's not a little higher in our rankings. Okay, he had 9 touchdowns on 43 catches. I think there will be a touchdown regression this year for sure. He had a lot of touchdowns, like 9 touchdowns is a lot for a tight end. And then also, we know the New Orleans Saints, Drew Brees likes to spread the ball around. He's got Michael Thomas, Alvin Kamara, the new addition of Emmanuel Sanders, Traquan Smith, and Taysom Hill to compete with there for targets. So that's kind of why he's maybe a little bit lower than you would expect going into the season.
Yeah, and he did surge in the second half of the season quite a bit last year, but he still only had 65 targets. I mean, that's a 16.4 average on each catch and 700 yards, 9 touchdowns. There is going to be a regression, but he also could get some more targets. But yeah, the Emmanuel Sanders addition scares me a little bit. And then he is 33 years old, and I mean, he has had a few injuries. So any tight end on the Saints, he's going to be playable.
This is your
Saints
boy,
have a
though,
good
Britt.
track record with tight ends, so
he is my boy. I mean, if he's still there late in the round and I need a tight end, I'll draft him.
So where would you target him?
I mean, you're probably talking 8th, 9th, 10th round. I think last year he was drafted in 71st overall. So I could see him going around there this year.
I feel like that's a little high for I don't know. I guess our league drafts tight ends and quarterbacks a little
Later,
early.
yes.
But yeah, this was a guy that I feel like 5 years ago, everyone was so high on him, and then for the past 5 years, everyone's just been so high on him every single year. You see the talent, like you see he's a beast, and then when it comes to actually performing, he doesn't do very much. But finally, I think he had like Brian was saying, he had a decent year with Breeze, and an okay year with the Raiders, but other than those two.
Yeah, his last 3 seasons, he had 700 yards, 900 yards, 700 yards, and then the only difference was 2 touchdowns, 6 touchdowns. But that's with Derek Carr throwing to him. Drew Brees, 9 touchdowns. Like, he was a red zone target too.
Yeah.
And I mean, yeah.
There were a couple games last year where he carried you.
Yes.
He bailed you out.
And that was in only 14 games last year also. 65 targets, 43 catches, 700 yards. I mean, those are the perks of playing with Drew Brees.
Right. And just like I talked about, though, my only concern is there's so many guys down there, and you probably have the one QB that likes to spread it around the most of anybody in the league. So,
but I mean, let's not lie to ourselves. Tight ends are a fucking crapshoot also. So you got to also just pair a tight end with a good quarterback. Like that's what I've done in the past. Like just depend on the good quarterback to get him the ball. And so he still will be playable next year.
He will be, but let me give you a comp that just kind of came to mind here of a guy going into last year from the year before. Is he this year's Eric Ebron? Remember 2 years ago, Ebron went touchdown crazy in Indy. Then last year just didn't do anything. He was so touchdown dependent.
Year. Yeah, but he only had that 1 year where he had 750 yards, 13 touchdowns. The only time he was even close to that was 700 yards, 1 touchdown. But that was with Andrew Luck also.
Right.
If he just gets like 5 touchdowns, and if you get him late enough in the draft, I still think you're happy with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's gonna be a solid, dependable guy, especially as far as tight ends go.
He'll be someone where you could draft him late and then draft maybe a rookie or just a kind of a long shot guy later also, and just pair him up with a younger guy.
Yeah, like you were saying, if you don't get those top 3 or 4 tight ends, and after that it's a crapshoot. So you could draft him late, and then if he doesn't pan out, drop him, and then pick up the next hot stud.
Yeah,
That'd be fine.
there'll be plenty of guys that are going to be, if he's not performing, there'll be plenty of guys that are just like him available.
Yeah.
So
I mean, Gerald Everett was drafted late. Dallas Goddard, Darren Waller. I mean, a lot of guys. Noah Fant came out of nowhere. Like a lot of tight ends come out of
Came
nowhere.
out of nowhere.
Oh, I thought you were about to correct me, pussy.
No, you didn't.
I was like, "What'd I
say?
say?"
You didn't say anything wrong yet.
Yeah.
Oh, you'll know when you say something wrong. Yeah.
all right. So anything else on Jared Cook here?
No.
He's
It's
my
your
boy.
typical 5 to 10 tight end.
Right, solid tight end. He'll do it just probably what you expect of him next year. Just to recap, Jared Cook, our number 9 tight end for 2020, number 100 overall. We out.
Britt?
Back you later.
What happened to keep on packing?
Oh, I don't know. Can I change it up?
Say it.
Fuck you.
Okay.